content is for educational purposes only, drawing from our professional and educational experiences and opinions. Please use this information at your own personal or professional discretion. We are not liable for anything you do with this information.
Good evening. Welcome to Ask the Lady Electrical Inspector podcast. I am your host, Tabatha L. In this episode, I will be diving into some important electrical safety requirements, specifically focusing on swimming pools, Article 680 of the National Electrical Code. I will explain why these rules matter to make sure electrical installations are safe and reliable. Here's what you can expect to learn. I will break down the key guidelines that are essential for installing swimming pools. These instructions will help ensure that everything runs smoothly and safely during your home or business swimming pool installation. I will share practical examples to illustrate how these guidelines play out in real life. You will see when and how to apply these rules in everyday situations. I will emphasize the importance of spotting problems with swimming pool wiring methods and electrical installation, and share tips to help make inspections easier. I will also discuss why it's important to follow the National Electrical Code requirements and manufacturer instructions while repairing or installing new in-ground swimming pools. These requirements are essential for making sure all electrical installations are safe. I will also give some common reasons why swimming pools fail electrical inspections. Join me for a helpful and interesting conversation that will help you stay safe and informed about swimming pools. Swimming pools offer a fantastic way to unwind and have fun. But ensuring safety, especially concerning electrical safety, is critical. Issues such as electrical systems, pool repairs, or new installations can result in failed inspections, impacting on the overall swimming experience. In this episode, I will provide some straightforward electrical tips to help ensure your swimming pool meet local regulations, municipality policies, and national safety standards, addressing some common concerns identified by inspectors during evaluations. It is essential to be proactively rectify these electrical issues before your inspection date to maintain a smooth and safe swimming environment for all. Understanding the reasons for inspections is key to upholding a secure home environment and complying with electrical safety protocols. By staying informed about these issues, you can protect your property, adhere to regulations, and prevent future expenses. Key guidelines essential for installing swimming pools. Do I need a permit to do swimming pool work? Yes. If you are planning any swimming pool work at your home or business, an electrical permit and a building permit will be required. Other permits may be required, but please check with the municipality. You may also need a plumbing permit and a mechanical permit, but I'm only speaking of the electrical and the building. The reason why the building permit comes in part with the electrical permit for the pool is because when the inspector arrives on site, we have to have an approved set of plans and the building card to signify that the local municipality knows that work is going on at that location and a swimming pool is being built at that location. It's important to know that you will need a permit before you start work. Any swimming pool installation will require a licensed electrical contractor for all electrical installation. This professional has the right training and the credentials to handle all electrical installation requirements safely and correctly. A licensed contractor will take care of everything for you, such as getting the necessary permits, scheduling inspections, buying the right equipment, and making sure everything meets the local electrical codes. They are familiar with the specific rules that your community or municipality might have, so you can be assured that your project will follow all the necessary guidelines. When you are looking to hire a contractor for your home or business projects, such as swimming pools, it's important to choose someone reliable. Local contractors are often well known in the area, and you can check their reputation through online reviews or recommendations from people you trust. This way, you can feel confident that you will receive good quality work and honest service. If you're working on a project like installing or fixing your pool system, it's a good idea to let your contractor handle everything. As I mentioned, this means you will have a qualified expert managing the work, which will help ensure the job is done safely and correctly. Now, I will share practical examples to illustrate how these guidelines play out in real life. You will see when and how to apply these rules in everyday situations. When working on a swimming pool project, one of the most important steps is getting the electrical inspections done properly. Whether you're upgrading an existing pool, adding a spa or hot tub, or fixing an older pool, these inspections are essential for keeping everyone safe. If your pool has features that run on electricity, like underwater lights, pumps, or heaters, you will need to pay special attention. These elements require regular safety checks to make sure they work properly and effectively. Check for broken or loose parts. Check for open wirings or open covers. Check for damaged covers or bent covers. Just doing a normal safety check for your pool equipment. These are some things you can look for to make sure that you are maintaining safety around your pool, existing pools. If you are in the process of building a new pool or in-ground pool, it's very important to follow the right steps for the electrical inspections. Make sure you have a swimming pool permit and approved project plans readily available at the job site before the first inspection takes place. It's a good idea to keep this permit secured and protected as in a mailbox to shield it from the weather. Completing a thorough electrical inspection is not just a formality, it's a key part of ensuring safety and enjoyment of your swimming pool. The inspection process includes the initial rough cover inspection. This includes a trench cover for PVC conduits to make sure that it meets the minimum requirements of the National Electrical Code, Article 300.15, the depth. The second or third or possibly fourth inspection, depending on how large your project or your pool is, if you're building a pool house, includes rough cover inspections, examining the bonding or various parts like the mesh, the pool ring, the wet niche lights, the pool lights, the bonding cups, the bonding metal essential parts, Article 680.26. So subsequently, you possibly could have up to 4 or 5 inspections. So the first inspection will include the trench cover to check the depth of the PVC, the raceways. The second inspection could include the bonding of the various metal parts. And the third inspection, or fourth or fifth, could possibly include the final inspection to ensure all electrical work is compliant and completed correctly, including checking the bonding on the pool equipment and checking the lighting to make sure that your pool has the safety features such as GFCI protection on the lighting and receptacles. By entrusting this responsibility to a licensed professional and the authority having jurisdiction and ensuring the necessary municipalities and requirements are followed, you can be assured that your pool electrical components are in safe hands. Now, I will emphasize the importance of spotting problems with pool wiring methods and electrical installations and share tips to help your inspection go easy. There's an important notice regarding pool raceways code violations from the authority having jurisdiction. In recent discussions with electrical contractors about common pool violations, it has been highlighted that some important issues that need immediate attention. One of the main topics is the use of LFNC, liquid flexible non-metallic conduit, a type of electrical cable or raceway in areas around pools that are prone to damage. While the contractors, they did not disagree with the guidelines, they raised questions about why the LFNC was allowed before and why there seems to be a change in the viewpoint now. The key point is that the LFNC is not suitable for places where it could be damaged easily. In these places, the authority having jurisdiction deem at the pool equipment. This raceway is not allowed at the pool equipment. To ensure safety, we need to take extra precaution like burying the cable or the raceway or encasing it in concrete if that's an option for you, or installing them at where the height won't be in direct contact with physical damage. The code clearly states that using LFNC at ground level without proper protection is not safe. Safer alternatives for areas that might get damaged includes materials like Schedule 80. This is what the authority having jurisdiction for wiring methods will accept at the pool equipment area. The authority having jurisdiction will except Schedule 80 PVC, IMC, and RMC. It's essential that all electrical components fit well with the surroundings and follow established safety guidelines. This principle has been a part of the electrical safety regulations since at least 1975. Now I will share tips to help make your inspection easier. Here are some tips when ordering pool equipment and some National Electrical Code requirements to keep in mind when you're installing a swimming pool. Article 680.6, listing requirements. All electrical equipment covered by this article shall be listed. Article 680.5, ground fault GFCIs and special purpose GFCIs. They are the GFCIs and the SP GFCI requirements in this article, unless otherwise noted, are in addition to the requirements. So you have additional requirements other than 210.8. Also, keep in mind, Article 680.9, overhead conductor clearances shall be met. So this is something that you need to look ahead before you start your swimming pool project. Because if you have overhead electrical cables, the measurements shall not be taken from the maximum water level. So the maximum is 22.5 with power lines if they're going directly above the pool. That's the overhead message cables or solid grounded neutral conductors. The clearance in any direction from the water line. Also, the communication system, radio, television, coaxial cable within the scope of Chapter 8 shall be permitted at the height of no less than 10 feet above the maximum water line. So these are some things you need to keep in mind before the project to make sure that your electrician goes out there and make sure that they look around, because these are requirements that must be met before the project can get underway. Also, Article 680.11, underground wiring. Underground wiring shall comply with 680.11A and B. Underground wiring, this is a big one. Underground wiring within 5 feet horizontally from inside of the wall of the pool shall be permitted. So if the electrical power, if it's not associated with the pool, it cannot be within 5 feet horizontally of the inside of the pool wall. The following wiring methods shall be considered suitable for the conditions in these locations. So keep that in mind, that if it's not associated with the pool, it has to be at least 5 feet away from the pool, the inside walls of the pool. 680, Article 680.12, equipment room, vaults, and pits, drainage. This is also something that has been missed. Electrical equipment shall not be installed in rooms, vaults, or pits that do not have drainage that prevent water from accumulating during normal operations or maintenance. So keep that in mind. Article 680.13, maintenance disconnecting mean. One or more means of simultaneously disconnecting all ungrounded conductors shall be provided for all utilization equipment other than lighting. So keep that in mind in your pool panels. When it comes to doing electrical work, it's essential to understand the rules and the guidelines set by the local authority having jurisdiction. These authorities ensure that electrical projects are done safely and correctly, following the established National Electrical Code minimum requirements. Sticking to these electrical codes is important because it helps set industry standards, which keeps your home and business safe and functional. Now, I will discuss why it's important to follow the National Electrical Code requirements and manufacturer's instructions while repairing or installing new in-ground swimming pools. These requirements are essential for making sure all electrical installations are safe. I will also give some common reasons why swimming pools fail electrical inspections. When setting up swimming pools, it is important to follow safety guidelines to avoid serious electrical dangers like shocks or electrocution. The National Electrical Code provides rules, especially in the section Article 680, that helps ensure a safe distance between people and electrical systems around pools, spas, and hot tubs. This helps everyone's safety. If electrical wiring isn't done correctly, it can create big risks, especially in areas where everything is wet. This can lead to dangerous situations, like someone getting shocked. There are a few reasons why electrocutions in pool can be so dangerous. Besides the obvious facts that water and electricity are a hazardous combination. For starters, anyone in the pool may not even realize that there is a problem in the water, could feel perfectly fine and normal to them. It's when a swimmer touches metal like a ladder or a rail that the real electrical danger will occur. What's more is that an onlooker or bystander could see the threat and jump in to help, only to be electrocuted as well. That is why it is essential to make sure that everything is grounded properly and that the equipment used for the pool is protected. By following safety guidelines, we can help create a secure environment for everyone who enjoys the pool. Sticking to the National Electrical Code standard is key to help keep people safe and preventing electrical accidents around swimming pools. Ensuring a safe and enjoyable swimming pool experience starts with following the manufacturer's instructions diligently. These guidelines are crafted to prioritize safety, structural integrity, and proper functionality. Here's why adhering to these instructions is critical. Safety features and guidelines. Manufacturers incorporate specific safety features and guidelines to mitigate risks like drowning, electrical hazards, and chemical exposures. Structural integrity. Incorrect installation may compromise the pool structure, leading to leaks, cracks, or potential collapse, especially if not built to code. Optimal functionality. Proper installation ensures that the pool equipment, including pumps and filters and heaters, are set up correctly for optimal and efficient operations. Compliance with regulations. Installation instructions typically align with local building codes and safety regulations, ensuring legal requirements are met. A peace of mind. Knowing that the pool has been installed correctly and safely provides homeowner and their families with a peace of mind, enhancing their overall pool experience. By adhering to the manufacturer's instructions during swimming pool installations, contractors can create a safe and functional pool environment for the customer. Now, I will give some common reasons why pools fail electrical inspections. Wiring problems is the number one reason. If the electrical wiring around the pool isn't done properly, it can create hazards. This includes the wires that supply power to lights and pumps. Conduits and bonding associated with pool covers by concrete with no previous inspections. So this is a big one as well. So prior to concrete being poured on your pool project, you must have an electrical inspection. So there are times when we will arrive, the concrete has already been poured, and in this case, you must tear up the concrete and we must perform an inspection. So be careful. Please call in the inspections before you cover and before you pour concrete. PVC conduits are subject to physical damage, and that's what I spoke of with the pool equipment, if they're not at the proper depth. Also, at the pool, when you have the PVC, some areas may be covered with concrete, and then there are areas that may not be covered with concrete. So the depth requirements are to must be adhered to in those areas that are not covered in at least 2 inches of concrete. Article 300.5 and Article 352.12 for proper depth of conduits. PVC is not glued with the proper glue. It's not glued into the bell end, and it doesn't have the primer. So that has happened on pool inspections. The electrical power is located within 5 feet of the pool. No electrical power is to be located within 5 feet of the pool. Electrical power or low voltage cables located above the pool. I spoke of that earlier. Grounded and grounding conductors are bonded together in the pool panel. That's a sub panel now. So now they must be isolated because the pool panel is being fed from the home run in the house, the home panel. That's a sub panel now. Grounding issues. All electrical equipment needs to be bonded to prevent electrical shocks. If bonding isn't correctly installed, it can lead to dangerous situations. Pool deck poured without proper inspections. As I mentioned, if it's poured and we did not have an inspection on it, you are going to be required to rip it out and check for the bonding and the proper depth. You must have a minimum of 4 points of attachment to the mesh. Or if you don't have concrete or mesh around the pool, you must have a bonding ring around the pool. Number 8 odd bonding ring must connect to the rebar or shell of the pool at 4 equal points. Article 680.26B2. Grounding rods are not permitted in a swimming pool. So please do not install a grounding rod. That is a supplementary ground rod. It's not required in a grounding swimming pool. That's bonding, not grounding. Pool intentional water bond is required in the pools. So that intentional water bonding the intentional water bond that intentionally touch the water at the skimmer. Article 680.26c. That's a big one. That's often missed. Anything metal that's located within 5 feet of the pool must be bonded. The one thing that happens often is after the pool is installed. In most municipalities, they require a fence around your pool. Now, after the pool has been installed and the final has been called in, the metal fence around the pool, if it's within 5 feet of that water line, it has to be bonded. And that normally happens after the pool has been installed. Some other things that come into play after the pool: the bonding of the metal landscape lighting that they often put around the pool. If it's metal, it has to be bonded to the equal potential bonding ring around the pool. All metal components around the swimming pool must be bonded. Wire mesh shall be bonded together. All the wire mesh must be tied together, all with tie wire. SE, service entrance cable, cannot feed a pool panel. It's not permitted underground. Article 338.12A2. Pool heater must be bonded to the equal potential system. 680.26B6. Metal rebar of the inside walls of the pool must be bonded, as I mentioned, and the aluminum liner holding of the pool must be bonded. Okay, so the safety, equipment safety. I'll move on to equipment safety. The equipment safety, the device and equipment used around the pool, like pumps and heaters, must meet safety standards. If they don't, they could malfunction and pose a risk. Bonding of all the pool motors, pool lights, pool covers, receptacles must be GFCI protected. The bonding of the metal pool cover and the potting of the pool lights. The pool lights need to be turned on to check to make sure that they're GFCI protected. The pool panel cabinet not bonded to the equipment ground. And these are some of the things that are found during the final inspections. And the GFCI must protect all of the pool receptacles outdoors. They must have in-use covers. In summary, tonight we had an important discussion about how to ensure that swimming pools pass electrical inspection smoothly. I shared some helpful tips and real-life examples of what to keep in mind when installing a swimming pool. It's critical to pay attention to the wiring and electrical setups around the pool, as this can significantly impact safety and compliance during inspections. We also talked about following key safety rules set out by the National Electrical Code and the specific instructions from manufacturers when making repairs or installing new pool equipment. Understanding these guidelines can help prevent issues that might cause an inspection to fail. I highlighted some common reasons why swimming pools might fail electrical inspections. Being aware and being proactive, pool owners can take steps to ensure that their pools are safe for their families and friends to enjoy. Remember, it's vital to get approval from your local authorities and work with a licensed electrical contractor before starting any pool projects. Staying informed about these safety practices is essential for keeping everyone safe around water. Let's help spread the word about the importance of pool safety. Join me April the 2nd for a conversation about the problems that can arise from spray foam or painting electrical equipment. I will also discuss why this practice is against safety rules and go over essential guidelines to avoid future issues. Let's work together to tackle any potential electrical safety concerns. Visit my YouTube channel where I post short videos showcasing common mistakes in electrical inspections. You can learn about the best practices to follow and what to avoid when dealing with electrical systems. If you're interested in understanding more about electrical standards, check out the list of 60 best electrical podcasts. podcast.feedspot.com/electrician_podcast. Feel free to reach out on social media with any questions, comments, or topic ideas. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube under the name Ask the Lady Electrical Inspector. You can email me at asktheladyelectricalinspector@gmail.com for more discussions or to share your thoughts. Let's work together to keep our electrical system safe and up to code. Thank you for your time and have a great night.